Runk.
Hello, guys, and welcome to the newest episode. And every week it's the newest episode of Congratulations. I believe it's episode 459, but look, it's like, every week we have the newest episode. So that's just fantastic. Well, I don't know if most podcasts are doing that. We took a week off of Lifeline. So if you're a subscriber to Super Good Studios, that we took a week off because we had to. But we are back next week. Look, I don't think we've ever taken a break. So, but it is what it is. And I got to tell you, man, first of all, I'm going to Houston. I've been doing these club dates this summer, as you know. And yeah, so I got my Europe dates, and I got I got Salt Lake City coming up, Boise, Washington, D.C., I think Pittsburgh. Go to chrisley.com, see all my dates. Get tickets. But I've been doing these club dates, and, last time I did Huntsville, Alabama, and it was fine. It's not my market. I did Miami for the first, and I've been staying away from Miami. And I don't know if it's been really hardcore on purpose or not. But it's just kind of been like, yeah, if it works out, fine. It's there are places like, Seattle. I want to boom. You got to book it. When's Vancouver? When's Toronto? When's Austin? When's Dallas? These are the ones that I'm, And Miami's always been like, that's, it's one of those places where you would, anytime you perform somewhere where there's another thing that's going to be happening after the show for the couple, you just go, oh, this is not going to be that great of a show because it's not even going to be the highlight of the night seeing you. Because, you know why? Because they're going to go to Space 11 and whatever the new club is, and they're not even going to remember. They're going to be by the time I go to sleep that night or morning, whatever it is, they're going to be like, "Oh, dude, we went to that comedy show, remember?" And those are, I like to be look, dude. I don't have to be, but it's nice when I'm the thing, And in Miami, the thing is always, oh, dude, but remember. Javi got stabbed. That remember that night? And they go, oh hell yeah, that was the thing that night. Javi got stabbed. Okay, because like somebody got arrested at my show, and it's fine. Guy got arrested because he was like one of those guys that was like, I know Chris. And they came back, they're like, you know this guy? I was like, no, I don't know this guy. Like, he says he got stabbed at your show in Oakland. I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, I know that guy, but I don't know him, but I know him as the guy that got stabbed at my show in Oakland. He's like, yeah, well, he lives in Miami, and he's here now. And apparently he's on coke, and he had to bounce. And they were like, we're going to maybe kick him out. And I was like, okay, whatever we got to do. I don't know him. It's like, okay, we just wanted to check. And then he caused a scene, and the cops came, and they arrested him. And I'm just like, hey, guy, your track record is bad at comedy shows, you getting stabbed and you getting arrested. And then he got unarrested because he's like, fine, I'll pay the bill. And then he left the Miami Improv and then got arrested again. So you got arrested twice at one of my shows and then stabbed. Okay. Now, you got stabbed in Oakland. You got arrested in Miami. These are two places where those kinds of things happen. Okay. But at some point, you got to be like, you get one stabbing, right? You go, oh, he got stabbed? You might be like, what happened? Right? Let me get the information. You get stabbed. You get one stabbing. You get stabbed, and then years later you get arrested, and then you get arrested again, and then you know what I mean? Like, this is the thing. You belong in Miami, basically, is what it is. You belong in Miami or jail in Miami. So it's you, is what I'm saying, and I don't know. I'm not trying to look. I love all my fans. I mean, not all of them, honestly. Some of them have killed people probably, but I'm just saying. Thanks for coming to this show. Stop getting arrested and stabbed. And so, but the Miami shows, the Miami Improv. You know what? The last Miami Improv, I was called like the Coconut Grove. I don't know what the heck it was called. It used to be called something. It was like so hard. It was a hard room. This new Miami Improv. Shout out to Melissa and Justin, the killer tag team that are there. They work there at the Improv, and it's just a great club. They've really turned that. I mean, it opened 5-6 years ago, and they've turned it into a banger of a room. It's one of the best improvs. It's one of the best comedy clubs. It was fantastic, dude. The crowd was awesome. And I hadn't been to Miami in a long time, and they made me feel very welcome, so thank you very much. And I ate Cuban food. And let me tell you something, dude. Justin goes like this. He's one of the managers of the club. He says, I got to ask you, I know, sometimes people are weird with diet restrictions, but we got some Cuban food in Sunday. I offered to all the comics if you want to have it. I was like, yeah, sure. Okay, sure. Fine. I would like, immerse me in the culture, immerse me in the culture, right? Because bienvenido, right? So I Sunday happens, and he goes, I got that food for you. Gives me the food, I eat it, and it's like it's I mean, I ate it so quick. It was so good. It was so good. I go, oh, this has got to be really bad for you, right? Because it's a problem. Because if I lived here, I'd eat this every day. And bienvenido, right? If I lived in Miami, every day I would eat this. And bienvenido. Okay, I guess I'm Cuban now because it was so good. And I get on stage, and my buddy Afion Crockett came by. He's another comedian. He's great. Look him up. But he came by to chill. He's in Miami. Miami's one of those places where you're in it, and then people start hitting you up, and they go, "Hey, you're in Miami, yeah, dude. I'm in Miami." Right? And I'm like, "Oh yeah, come through." It makes you feel cool. Anyway, Afion came by, and I was about to go on stage. They put the food down, and Afion goes, "Bro, you eat before you go on stage?" And you know what, dude? I came here to say on this podcast, I do. I eat before I go on stage. You know why? Wanna. People say you shouldn't do it because of the indigestion. Do I get it? You know what the answer to that question is? I don't know. Will I get it? I don't know. Wanna. Hey, dude, here's something that I do. All right. And I've been doing it, and I'm so happy that I understood this early on in life. I eat when I want. Yes, dude. Yes. And let me explain. All right. Because you're probably like, yeah, well, that's not, I can imagine me talking to Brian Callen. He's like, that's not something that you should be, you don't, because they're not on the level. They don't get what I'm saying. They don't understand the simplistic nature of how convoluted and complex life can be. When I say I eat what I want, I simply mean I eat what I want. Sorry, when I want. I'm fucking it up already. I eat when I want. Okay? And I mean, here's what I mean. I'm just going to tell you guys. It's very interesting. I know it doesn't sound interesting, but it is interesting. If dinner is at 6:30, dude, and I know that, and I knew that the day before, and it's 4:30 10:30 p.m. and I'm hungry, I don't wait. God damn, there it is. Fucking old computer sucks. The old computer, because, and let me tell you why I have the old computer now. This is great. But I eat what I want when I want. Dude, I eat when I want. If it's an hour before dinner, I'm hungry. I don't wait. Fucking yes! The delay. I mean, did I even hit it? I don't even know if I hit it at this point. I guess not. So, I basically what I was saying is the computer. Why I'm in the old computer. Okay, great. This is why I have the old computer. I hit the file. By the way, I hit the renter sting. It didn't work. Okay, it's not working. It's great. It's right there, but it's not working. It's not great. That's fine. Did the other ones work? None of them work. Okay, it's okay. It was working. It just worked. You heard it. Anyway, it's all good. I'll do them. I'll do them myself. But the reason why we don't have the stings and the reason why we don't have well, that's creepy. Tell me more about that. The reason why we don't have them is because, dude, I got in the most quintessential argument with my wife of all time. Okay. I mean, I might even turn this into a bit. It's such horror. Okay, so I'm my wife breaks everything. Said it. He said it. He said it. But she does. She goes like this. Oh. She goes like this. Here's something I'm using. The pen right here. For those of you listening, I'm using a pen. Here's something I'm using. Look. Draw. Use pen. Okay, all done. That's her. Okay? Breaks. So, got her a computer. Broke. Right? You know why? That's why. Because she's leaving it around. Okay? She throws caution to the wind. She throws the computer in the wind. Okay? And so hers breaks, and now she goes, hey, Chris, can I use your computer? And I go, well, yeah, sure, I guess, yeah. What happened? Look at mine. And hers looks like just, the top is just slid off on the bottom. It looks like a fucking, a messy hamburger. And I'm just like, all right, well, okay, sure. And then I go, start doing the row. And I'm like, I want to bring my computer. And she's like, well, then I can't. All right, I guess I won't bring my computer. I don't know. You use my computer. And so then I'm on the road with no computer, which is fine. I don't really need my computer. Like, it's fine, okay? I don't really need my computer. But then, like, shit starts happening where I'm on my computer and then it goes ding. And I'm like, what the fuck is that noise? And I look and someone's texting me. And I'm like, who is this? And it's my wife's friend. And it's signed in for my wife. So now my computer's not my computer anymore. Okay? That's not the end of the world. Because I can switch out and use my, profiles, change it, whatever, okay? So I go, all right, as long as I have it for my podcast. Now, what do we know about my wife? She breaks stuff. When she finishes things, she goes like this. Oh, I'm done with these sunglasses. Okay? So sunglasses, they're either going to break when they hit the ground or someone's going to step on them because you threw them somewhere. Right? Or a cat's going to piss on them or something, And so I have frustration. And if I say something like, well, it's kind of frustrating you break a leg. She goes, well, yeah, but, it's being a mom and just like, I go like this. Okay, I'll eat my dick. I'll you know what, dude? I'll actually eat my own dick. I should have never said something. Right? well, if you were the one who did and you were the one that, and the thing is that because I was cooking dinner, so excuse me, so okay, and I go, you know what, I actually I couldn't hear you because I was chewing my own dick too loud. That's why. All right, you understand? It's like Chips when you're watching a movie, you have to put the subtitles on. Right? My dick was too crunchy. So we're Zooming, and I noticed that her our FaceTime. I noticed her FaceTime call with the boys, because, FaceTime, by the way, FaceTime is awesome, dude. When I'm on the road and I'm just and I'm just with the boys talking and I go, man, it must have sucked for my dad when he was out going on voyages. And so I'm talking, and I realized that, a lot of times when you're on FaceTime, you see the backgrounds, people are walking, the background's bouncing, and it's not happening. So I go, hey, are you FaceTiming from my computer to me? And she's like, yeah. And I go, wow. And I'm fine with it. Now, do I have a little bit of frustration because she always breaks her things? Yes. Do I know that when my things become her things, they have a higher percentage of breaking? Yes. Now, I'm talking to her. So I'm grateful, actually, that I have a computer that she can use. Am I grateful? Yes. So I bury the frustration. So it's all good. I get to talk to my boys. We're wrapping up the phone call, FaceTime, and I say, all right, well, anyway, just make sure you take care of my computer because, I don't want it to get messed up. Okay? Hey. Whoops. I said that because then she goes, yeah, of course. What do you think I'm going to do? And I go, oh. Now, the truth is what I think's going to, well, you know what? It's not safe with you. All good, right? But that's just percentage-wise, right? Because this is you. I'm done with this, Sharpie. Right? So percentage-wise, I go, well, the computer just it's headed for disaster. Percentage-wise, the percentage is a little bit higher, headed for disaster, but it's okay. I can tell she's annoyed I say that. So she goes, yeah, it's fine. Then Billy, my second born, takes a Hot Wheels car and throws it at the FaceTime. And everybody, Billy, Calvin, and my wife go like this. And I go, what happened? And she said, Billy just threw the car and it broke the computer. And I said, God damn it. Whoops. So she's like, well, it's all right. And I was like, no, it's an accident, buddy. Because Calvin's like, what's wrong? I'm like, it's an accident, buddy. Don't worry. So she hangs up. Whoops, dude. Hey, oh, dude, I love the fellas listening to this right now. Because you get it. You get it, dude. Hey, how about us fellas? We didn't do shit wrong, right? Yes, dude. But we are busy. We stay not hearing anything because we're crunching our own dicks. Right? Because it doesn't matter. And I go back to that saying that I hate. You want to be happy or you want to be right. And you know what, dude? You can be both. But my computer's broken. Her computer's broken. And guess what? And she goes, well, it's not my fault. And I go, no, I'm not saying it's your fault. There's just a higher percentage of a chance that it's going to end in disaster when you're using it. Fellas, what do? We crunch our dicks. I just, and then just like, I'm like, that's hilarious that I said, I can't let it go, right? You can't let it go, right? I try to let it go, but I'm like, it's hilarious. I said, hey, can you be careful with the computer? I guess it really did. I guess I really did have to say that, right? And she's like, well, it's not my fault. I was like, no, I know, but I did. It's funny that you rolled your eyes when I said it, but I actually did that. Boy, oh boy, bro. I don't know. It's just sometimes I think of like whoever designed us, it's like totally unfair. Why didn't they make it so? Why didn't they make it so you could just be like, "Sup, bro," to chicks? You know? Why did that? Why did they make it so we're so different? Why did right? When I'm with like my dude and nobody's saying shit, we might not say shit for a fucking hour. But here's the thing: if you're with a woman, or a woman you're with a man, you'll feel a certain type of way over that. Like I will either be like, "How come she hasn't said anything for an hour?" Or she'll say, "You all right, dude? Why can't you just be like, sup?" Oh man. But so yeah. Anyway, I was in Miami. All my computers are broken, and it's all good. So I am trying to make do with this computer. It's my business. It's all broken. I was in Miami, and it was raining and hot at the same time. Miami does this thing where it's like, we're hot, but yo, check it out. There's going to be water all over you, too. How long? 20 minutes. Oh, no, bring a raincoat. Bring a raincoat and an umbrella so bring it so you get to the place, and then you have to carry it even though you don't need it anymore. Yeah, we'll fuck you up. I will make you all uncomfortable. I mean, dude, you might as well be walking around with a dildo in your ass. It's so fucking, you don't know what we got a cold front coming in. And we have some rain. We got some showers. Showers are going to be, we got the time for the showers. We don't. It's actually, yes, we do have the time. It's going to be when you're already out. That's when their showers are hitting. So you're not going to know what to wear. Or we're going to have the showers going all day. And then when you're out, we're going to have the showers stop. And then we've got a dildo front coming into the back of your anus. We're going to have a dildo front of dildos in your butt. Because that's going to be uncomfortable. And we're just going to kind of pull them in and out. The weather in Miami, just pull it. We're having Attack of the Sibians. Yeah, so anyway, I stayed at this hotel and it was just fine, but it was just raining all the time and not raining too. So that's Miami. But I ate this Cuban food, dude, before I went on stage. And it was so good. Justin didn't steer me wrong. And I'm on stage and I go, huh. Am I going to shit myself? And I go, no, I'm not going to. It's actually okay. And then I go, oh, wait a minute. The food's trying to come up the other way. Right? So I get off stage and I sit down and I'm so nauseous from this food, I guess, and since I told you I eat when I want, I went back to my hotel room and I ate a fucking Snickers and I don't give a shit. And guess what? It all worked out. So come on, life. I'm just trying to tell you, do you? Come on, life. What's up with the I've been looking up a lot of stuff back.
Real good stew. The stew. It's good.
Oh, it's just, well, actually, it
sure has got...
Dude, this is a beef stew ad this is the thing, you never know what's going to be AI and what's not anymore, Like, you could just make this with Genesis. But this is an old 1950s beef stew ad.
Real good stew. The stew. It's good.
Oh.
Abusive.
It's just,
Oh, so abusive.
well, actually, it...
Sure has got a lot of beef in it.
Hmm?
It's got a lot of beef in it.
I mean, dude, that's actually this right here is the most accurate conversation that period. Why do we veer so away from actual shit that happens in marriage? Now it's like the husband's like, whoa, hey, and the wife's like, Phil, this shit. What? I said the beef. This stew's got fucking beef in it. You broke my computer. Poison in him. The daughter.
More?
Yeah. I guess beef stew is a lot of work.
Oh.
Not too much.
But maybe we could have it a little more often.
Sure.
You know what?
What?
I even like the carrots.
Ow! That's my favorite beef stew. Angus Austex. Austex beef stew. That's definitely different music, but that was wild. That they would even do it that way. Oh, I even like the carrots. Don't ever cross me, bitch. Beef stew. I don't know. It is what it is, you know. But that's what's up with motherfuckers in Atlanta? These are outfits, I guess. Oh god damn, this is weird. I know. Sure, be fluid, but still. These guys in Atlanta just have dresses on. Like who's a guy, the rapper Young Thug or whatever? I have those shoes. Whoops. And Lil Dinky or whatever the fuck their names are. But these guys, they got dresses on. You know what? Men have good legs. There, I said it. I know, dude, because they're thin, right? And they're fucking, and women sometimes, maybe I'm just gay. Maybe I'm just gay. But men in Atlanta don't give a fuck. I lie. Wow, they just bras and shit. Apparently AOL is shutting down. I was dial-up. Wow, they still had dial-up? They still used it? Oh my God. The last person just died that used it, you know what I mean? They're like, okay, let's wrap it up. Guy just, bing dong, he goes, ugh, and then they go, you've got mail. And they go, that was the last one. He never checked his mail. He's dead. AOL dial-up is gone. We're just, who even uses AOL still? I guess people still use it, but I mean, I don't know. I used to fucking run AOL, dude. I used to have that AOL email. Dude, I used to kill it. Oh, fuck. I loved AOL, dude. Welcome. You've got mail. Dude, that was awesome. File's done. That was awesome, dude. When you'd close the thing, there's no more chat rooms, right? Because everyone was getting pervy and a lot of murder happened or whatever. But yeah, AOL was the shit. So rest in peace to the dial-up. Here's a title that is a very 2025 thing. Trump goes off on Charlemagne the God. Donald Trump responded to comments made by Charlemagne the God during a recent interview. Said that Donald Trump's presidency hurt vulnerable communities and suggested the Republican Party could eventually turn away from him, especially if damaging information from the Epstein case released. His response, Trump posted on Truth Social, calling Charlemagne a racist sleazebag. Sleazebag, dude. That really cuts, doesn't it? Oh, you know what? Fine. You're a sleazebag. That actually cuts. You're a sleazebag. But yeah, that was Charlemagne the God. I guess he made fun of him that he's called the God too. I just don't know, man. You know, I look at all these things that people talking online and everything that gets clicks and the people that talk shit on each other. It's so fucking annoying, dude. Look, if you're the president, you're going to get shit on, period. That's it, period, okay? I guess the idea is you need to be better than that. You need to be above the fray. However, now, the guy who is not above the fray, the guy who will literally be in the trenches and be like, fuck you and the clique you claim, is the president. He'll go and be like, who said what? Oh, let's get on Twitter and talk shit about Charlemagne the God. And he is the president, so he won. So the game has changed, and I understand that, okay? But when I see these comedians talking shit about other comedians, dude, it drives me nuts. Like there's comedians that, like, you know, look, I get it's the whole thing where it's like people are like, I'm not a dick, I'm not an asshole, I'm not a bitch, I'm just being real. I'm just being truthful. Everyone says I'm a dick because I'm truthful. Yeah, dude, you know what else is the truth? Bananas are yellow. That's not dick. The truth isn't just dick, and the dick isn't just truth. You can also be truthful and massage the words better and be nicer. But people are like, you know, I'm so sick of people talking shit about Matt Rife or whatever the fuck, and it's like, dude, we're all comics here. There's no honor in this community. And let me tell you straight up, if you're talking shit about other comics and you keep doing it, that's bitch shit. Okay? It's bitch shit. I've never done this. And bro, and I've been on the end of it. I've been on the other end of it where comics just trash the shit out of me. And I didn't do that. And I'm not saying I'm not saying you have to be above the fray, but it's such bitch shit to be like, oh, fucking, that guy's corny. He's not good at stand up. Bro, it's so, comedy is evolving into what it's evolving into. And I'm 45. I'm not even the young guy anymore. Okay. Like, so you could argue that even though stand-up, you know, I think stand-ups get better as they age. The whole idea is as you age, you get out of touch, which I think that only happens if you let it. But, you know, there's like young comics that they're just terrible right now. But there's also young comics that are great, okay? And just because people don't agree with the way they're doing comedy, and then like talking shit about it, it's just like, it's so whack, dude. Just do your shit. Comedy is subjective. We all know this. But like, and people are like, dude, I'm just keeping it real, man. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Say it different though, dude. Don't be a fucking asshole. You know? Like these people talk shit about California comics. People talk shit about Austin comics. People talk shit about, dude, it's so fucking lame. You have no honor. Get on stage, make people fucking laugh. You want to do jokes? Do jokes. You want to tell stories? Tell stories. You want to beatbox? You want to do sound effects? Go do it. Go. There's a market for that. You want to talk about sucking dicks and you want to be so dirty? Go do that. Go ahead. Oh, yeah, but female comics, they're also dirty. So what? Let them get on stage and be dirty. Who gives a fuck? There's a market for it or there isn't. It's like, there's no such thing as fucking real comedy. You can go on stage and you can tell your opinion and you can, look, I'm silly as fuck. Sometimes I'm only silly. Sometimes I go on stage and I have a point of view and I'm also silly. Sometimes I'm less silly and I'm making a point. I'm just doing what the fuck I want to do, dude. Yes, most crowd work comics blow dick, okay? But that doesn't mean, like, dude, when I went on stage, I was making fun of crowd work comics. People were like, you're talking about Matt Rife. No, I'm not. I'm talking about bad crowd work comics. There's so many of them. Matt's good. If you're a good comic, he also has an act, but his clips are the crowd work. But like, if you're a good comic, you have to be somebody who does who can do crowd work, because people are going to heckle you. People heckle me all the time. Not one person heckled me in Miami. I thought it was like, I was like, Miami's going to be a hell, but it wasn't. I went on. I did my material. That's what I do. If somebody chirps, then you attack. And that is it's part of your arsenal, whatever the fuck. Now, if you're going on stage and you're 3 years in and you're like, so what do? You suck. You suck because you suck anyway, because you're 3 years in. What are you going to do? A bit about cell phones? You also suck. So just let people fucking figure it out. Is it going to be annoying when they're taking your spots? Yeah, I guess so. Work harder. Be undeniable. Be undeniable. It's just so whiny and garbage when people are like, that comic sucks. Dude, I'm so sick of it, dude. I'm so sick of it. And nobody's saying this. Nobody's saying this because no comic is saying this because clicks, people are getting clicks off of, if I say, hey, fuck, whoever, another big comedian, Tom Segura, whoever the fuck, Burt Kreischer, if I'm just saying Bobby Lee, fuck these guys, then that'll be clicks and people will click on it. But fuck that, not fuck those guys. That bothers me so much, dude. It bothers me so fucking much. Oh, there's no community with comedians. It's part of the reason why. Look, dude, man, telling people I was a comedian was so awesome. I used to be like, I'm a comedian. And I'm still proud of it. But like, dude, comedians are bitches, dude. Like, they're so scared of they might come out and say, quote unquote, what's real? Like, oh, I don't like this comic or this guy's but it's like, dude, then when the internet's like, oh, they said this, and then you're like, oh, you backtrack. It's like, it's all fucking corny, dude. It's all corny. It's all corny. Just tell jokes, bro. Podcasts suck. Am I being too negative? I don't know. I just don't like. I mean, what do regular people feel about this? Like when you see comedians that are like, or those videos that are like, this is what fucking what's his name said about this guy. You click on that? You gossip fucking dumb shit. You cornball. You chick. You know what I mean? You incel. Like what the fuck? It's what's. I don't give a fuck. It's what sells. I don't care, dude. I know so many comics have. People don't really talk shit about me now, but they used to, bro. It's obviously I feel some type of way about this, but when I see somebody getting dragged, fuck them. Fuck them. Fuck that. And that's not to say that they're bad people. It's just like, come on, man. Comedy is different for everybody. We all know it's subjective. We know that somebody is funny to somebody and that other person thinks that person is the worst comedian in the world. There are comedians that are great that I don't think are that funny, but that doesn't mean they're not great. It just means I don't think they're funny. Whatever. I got fucking Pokemon cards for my son today, and I'm just absolutely... Let me tell you something, dude. Because life can be so negative, right? This is why I say life rips, because it rips. Even when it doesn't, you have to remember it rips, dude. I am on the road. I was in Miami, and all of a sudden, this is what happens when you do when you're a dad or working mom or whatever it is. But like a lot of times, I think historically it's been dad that has been like gone on a work trip, and then he comes back. Your sons are just all into all sorts of into different things, right? Like you leave for 3 days and you come back, and then all of a sudden you're like, who's this black child? And they're like, oh, what do you mean? That's your son. You're like, oh, he changed that much? Who's the Asian? Who's the old Asian man? Oh, that's your son. He changed that much. Yeah. Hello. Who's the British? Who's the old Japanese British guy? What? That's Steven, your son. You go, God, they grow up so fast. They change. They get into some shit. You come home with gifts. You're like, hey, I got the thing you like. They're like, I don't like that thing anymore, you fucking dork. You're like, oh, it's been 2 days. So I was out in Miami, and I missed my son all of a sudden falling in love with Pokemon cards. Now that cuts my heart wide open. I feel sad, you know? And look, it's fine, dude. As a parent, you're not going to be there for everything, you know? You're not going to be there for your daughter's first step or whatever the fuck. You know, you might be looking away. You might be on a trip when, you know, your kid gets in a baseball, whatever the fuck it is, right? So that happens. So I go, fuck, I missed it. But it's all good. You're going to miss some stuff. So I'm FaceTime with Calvin, and Calvin's like showing me all his Pokemon cards. And I'm like, man, I wish I was there. I want to see those fucking Pokemon cards, dude. And I'm like, I want to know more about Pokemon than he does, so he can come to me and ask me any fucking Pokemon question, and I will have the answer. And we're talking about Pokemon cards, and like whenever he's good, and now they implemented chores, and whenever he's a chore, he'll get like $1 or something, and then like, you know, Pokemon card packs are $7, so when he gets $7, he can get a Pokemon pack, you know, and in a few weeks he'll get another Pokemon pack or whatever. You know, we're not doing chores every day, but every now and then he'll do a chore, get $1, and then he'll fucking be able to get, you know, double it, keep doubling it until he's got a fucking Jigglypuff, right? Evolved into whatever the fuck they evolve into. I don't know because I missed it. But I'm going to do my research. And I will know about Pokemons because I want my son to come to me to be like, hey, what does a Chirphound evolve into? Well, that's not a thing, but Chirphound might as well be. And so I go, all right, well, you know what I'm going to do? When I'm on the FaceTime, I say, oh, cool. Well, you know what? Maybe when I'm out, you know, maybe Daddy will come home with a Pokemon pack. I don't even know what the fuck. Do they come in pack? I don't know. But he's like, yeah. And my son said, yeah, he said, maybe it'd be good if you got 2 packs, my son said. I'm like, oh, you're just going to say 2? Okay. Well, I was going to bring 1, but okay. And I go, I'm in Miami. How hard is it to get a fucking Pokemon? So I hang up and I go, I'm going to get him a Pokemon. I'm going to be fucking hero. And then I like take a nap, you know, because you don't have to do it right away. You don't have to do what you think right away, ever. Ever. You can just be like, I'll do that later. And I had 2 shows that night, so I go, I'll do the 2 shows. I'll be here in Miami. I'll find fucking Pokemon. One thing led to another. I go, oh, fuck. It's airport time. Got to go home. I bet I could get Pokemon cards at the airport. Why did I think this? Also, like, honestly, what is a Pokemon card? Is it a toy? Where do they be? Is it at a sports memorabilia thing? The fuck is it? Are there Pokemon card stores? I don't know. So I look it up and I go, all right, I'm going to get Pokemon cards for Calvin when I land and then go home. So I land, I get in the car, and I Google, where do you get Pokemon cards? And to my fucking chagrin, you can get them at Target. And I go, oh, hell yeah. Gonna be easy. So I stop by Target, and I say to the first guy that's there, hello, where are your Pokemon cards? And he says, oh, I think probably we're all out, but why don't you go check with guest services? And I go, what? What is that and where is that? Is this the Four Seasons? Like, can you... He pointed somewhere that nothing was there. He just goes like this. And it was like a fucking wall. And I'm like... And then I walk behind around the wall and there's like something. It doesn't say guest services, but there's like 2 people there. And I say, hey... do you guys have Pokemon cards? And the lady goes like this, you know what, I haven't checked today. Let me go look. And I'm like, what, you got a fucking shipment every day? So she leaves. I'm standing there like an asshole. She comes back and she says, nah, we don't have any. I said, oh, you didn't get a shipment? She said, nah. I said, oh, when do you usually get them? And she said, well, we get them quite a bit, but they sell out quick. And I go, oh, really? I mean, I know Pokemons are like sought after, but also it's weird when a store like Target is like, because like they just get more, you know, you're Target, but then they have limited quantity. So I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm like, all right, I guess I got to look up where else you can get Pokemon cards. So I Google it again and it says Walgreens and I go, yeah, my dick. If it's not at Target, it's not at Walgreens. So I go, dive deeper, phone. And then a bunch of different card places comes up, you know, things like you know, Edgelord Card Shop or like in my mom's basement collectors, right? Like, you know, like, and I'm like, I'm gonna check and see if they have the Pokemons. So I start calling these places, and I'm in the parking lot of Target, and I'm fucking hot, dude. Because it's summer, and I'm wearing the sweats that I wore on the airplane. All good, dude. My heart bleeds now for Pokemon. Do you understand? Because my son is in a Pokemon. So I go, all right, I'm not going to let this day get to me. I go to the nearest coffee shop, which is close to Target. There's Hi Buy Coffee. It's called Hi Buy Coffee for some reason. I go to Hi Buy Coffee. I get a cold brew, and whoops, I cut Joel Madden in line. Joel Madden. Who's that? That's the guy from Blink-182. That's married to Nicole Richie. Whoops, I cut him in line. So I turn around and I say, ooh, I'm so sorry, I cut you in line. And then he looks up, he says, oh, it's all good. And I realize, oh shit, fucking, it's fucking, it's him. And I go, oh, hey, what's up, dude? My name's Chris. He says, oh yeah, hey, I'm Joel. And I'm like, oh, I did the thing where two famous guys meet each other and supposed to know each other, and this guy doesn't know who I am. So I'm just like, hey, what's up, dude? Like, I'm fucking like it's Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. He's in like a very successful, super famous band for years, and I'm like some dick that got popular on Vine, and I'm like, oh yeah, dude, same shit. I know. I'm obviously I'm downplaying. I'm doing it to be funny. I get it. I've got some stuff under my belt, but I'm just saying. Anyway, so I walk to the car, and I'm like, I wonder if you even knew who I was or whatnot. I'm not embarrassed because I don't really feel embarrassed anymore because I'm a sociopath, right? But I'm like, it's funny, why don't you? And then he walks out, I get in my car, and he goes, oh, sweet car, dude. That's one of my favorites. And I go, okay, respect. Anyway, I'm like, dude, whatever, bro. It doesn't matter. I'm getting these Pokemon cards. It's all fucking, all the small things. Fucking turn it on. Go to the fucking Cash for Cards or whatever the fuck place we're going to. Call 3-4 different places. No, we don't have Pokemons. We get sold out. And I go, oh, dude, if I don't have Pokemon cards, dude, if I show up empty-handed, you show up empty-handed? I'm going to show up at the house. Calvin's going to be like, you don't have an envelope. You don't have a package for me. It look a little light. This package, it looks thin. What's in there? Is anything involved in there? Right. So, is there a Pikachu in there at all? Is there? So I I go to these different places. I finally call a place, and it's like, oh yeah, Pokemon cards. We are Pokemen. Like he was like, we have all of it. And I go, really? I say, how much are packs? The fuck do I know? He's like, we got packs that are $7, we got packs that are $8, and we have Japanese versions of the packs. Those are $5. And I go, stop right there. Do you have a few? And he says, oh, dude, we have plenty. And if we run out, we just open other boxes. And I go, on the way to Pokemon's. All small things. Park. Get out into the. Did they not sing that? He's Good Charlotte. Okay, cool. What's Good Charlotte? What do they do? Good Charlotte's fucking great. They're my favorite band. His brother's what? His brother married to Cameron Diaz? Joel Madden, and who else is the other guy? Benji Madden? They're two cool dudes. Sorry, I'm getting the band wrong. Anyway, dude, I don't know anything. I don't know anything. You know? I don't know who's in a band. I don't know what a Pokemon is. Like, dude, you're lucky I know what Batman is. Right? Like, I don't know shit. God, I got to do more studying. But anyway, so I get to fucking, what does Good Charlotte do? We're good and we're Charlotte. Yeah, yeah. So I'm listening to whatever the fuck they sing. And then I'm going to the Pokemons. I get to the place and I walk in. Dude, 8-year-olds and me. And I go, oh, fuck. It's one of those things where it's like, you walk into one of these card stores and you're like, dude, am I a, it's like people look at you and they go, oh, is he a dork or is he a dad? Because you're not one of those. But I'm like a dad, obviously. And I'm like, hey. And they go, hey, what's up? And by the way, card places now, dude, I haven't been to card places in forever. They got like tables set up. Like for fucking what? They like they have box openings and then I'm like, what the fuck happened to like just Upper Deck? They're like, a whole wall is dedicated to like Magic the Gathering, and you're like, oh, what? So I'm like, do you have Pokemon cards? I think I talked to you. And he said, oh, yeah, I think you actually talked to the other guy. He's our Pokemon guy. And I look over and I'm expecting the guy to have a tail. You know what I mean? Like, what was he? So I say, hey, do you got Pokemon? He's like, sure. And he gets the Pokemon, gets me 3 different. Let me get 3. Because I said I get 2. Because Kevin said get 2, so I get 3. And I go, give me the Pokemon cards. He give me the Pokemon cards. And I get them. I $25. I got 3 packs. Dude, and I put them in my pocket. And I walk back to my car, dude. And let me tell you something, okay? Let me tell you something, man. Now I'm alone right now, okay? I'm walking back to my car. It's too hot. I got my sweatpants on. I got the Pokemon cards in my pocket, okay? I fucked up the thing with the guy didn't know who I was from Good Charlotte. I actually don't know who he was. I thought he was in Blink-182. I'm just basically a mixed up person walking around, okay? Literally just was in Miami. Like just you know what I was? I was a guy on coke, not on coke. You know? Just a guy that couldn't explain his situation. If you can't explain, I mean, I guess I could explain, like, I had shows and I said I'd get the Pokemon cards, but then I drove around, I saw the guy from Good Charlotte. Like, all that sounds like a fever dream or you're coming off of coke, But I wasn't. So I got these 3 packs, dude, and I'm looking at these packs. Like I want these packs. That's how I'm looking at these packs. Where are they? Oh, they're upstairs. And I go, I can't fucking wait to give these to Calvin. Now, I would give some to Billy, but Billy is basically, he throws stuff more than mom. So I'm not giving him cards because he'll rip them. So I'm going to when I put Calvin to bed tonight, I'm going to be like, oh, by the way, dude, look what I got. I'm pull them out and I'm going to be so excited. And since, you know how when you're a kid and your dad or your mom or someone gets you something or says, we're going to the thing, and you get really excited? Remember what that feels like? You go, oh yeah, fuck yeah. As a kid, you go, awesome. Like I remember back when I was a kid, I really wanted to watch this Michael Jackson live performance. And my dad, I was younger than 12. because it was in New Jersey. And my dad was like, no, you have to go to bed. And I was like, Dad, come on. It's only I want to. I said, please. And he was like, no, you got to go to bed. You got school tomorrow. And I said, will you tape it? And he was like, no, I'm not even going to tape it. And I was like, that's so cruel. And I went to bed, and I was so upset because I really wanted to see Michael Jackson live performance. And then I woke up the next day, and my dad said, here, I taped it for you. And I was so excited, dude. I go, you did it? You said you weren't going to do it. He said, but I did. And you can watch it when you get home from school. And I was really, really, really happy. Really happy. I remember school being like, oh, this is so cool. I get to watch a Michael Jackson thing later. And I got home and I watched it, and I was like, it's so cool. Why dad tricked me, you know? But now I know that I have kids. I'm literally more excited to give the cards to Calvin than Calvin is to get the cards. And I know that because I've been in both situations, dude. My dad must have felt G'd up from the feet up when he pulled that tape out. And it said on the label, Michael Jackson performance on the thing. And, just like a VHS. And I go, what? I go, he made me excited. I didn't realize that he got excited too. Like he was tricking me because he wanted to surprise me. And now I get to feel that? Wow. Dude. That's so awesome. I love Pokemon. And much like the Pokemon, I've evolved as well. Into a daddly poof. Into a Pokefather, But yeah, dude, it was so dope. It's so dope, and I can't wait to give it to him. And I can't wait. You know what the best part about it is? I'm going to be so excited to give it because he got a little book. He puts it in the book, and he's like, talks about the Pokemons. He's like, what's this one about? Is this one about? And I don't know, and I'm going to learn all about that shit. And here's the thing about that. I'm going to learn all about fucking Pokemons, and in 3 weeks, he's going to be on to like X-Men or some shit. And I'm going to be like, oh, fuck, I know too much about Pokemon. And now I'm into Pokemon. And I'm going to the place. And now I'm not just dad in the store. I'm dork in the store. Like, oh, do you have the matte one? I'm this guy. Does it have the reflector? I'm that guy. But yeah, dude. Just sitting opening boxes of Magic the Gathering. Wow, man, nothing matters, but it all does, doesn't it? I got home and Calvin is at grandma and grandpa's, so when he comes back, I'm going to give him the cards. Anyway, whatever, dude. I'm telling you guys too much about my life. I go back and forth on should I make fun of videos or should I tell you about my life? And I know that some people love when I make fun of videos, and I know that some people love when I just don't do that and talk about my life. And I just do what I want, bro. Just like how I eat when I want. Yes, dude. When's dinner? Oh, yeah? 2 hour? Hungry now. Ordering. Anyway, dude. I just can't, whatever. It is what it is. All right, guys, that's it for me. Thank you very much. Subscribe to the Patreon. It helps the show. We love you. Preach. And come see me in the different areas, crystalia.com. Houston, I'm going to be in London. I'm going to be in Pensacola. I'm going to be in a bunch of different places. Yay, dude. See you later.